The Association of Southeast Asian Nations, or ASEAN, was founded on August 8, 1967. It grew from 5 member states to its current 10. For decades, ASEAN helped the region remain peaceful, stable, and prosperous. The regional bloc was built on a solid foundation, but ASEAN's leaders decided it was time to reinforce it. On October 7, 2003, the vision of an ASEAN community was born. At the summit in Bali, Indonesia, ASEAN leaders adopted the Declaration of ASEAN Concord II, or Bali Concord II, to establish an ASEAN community by 2020. Its 3 pillars, the political, security, economic, and socio-cultural communities, were established. The idea was for the 3 pillars to work together and build a stronger, more united, and resilient ASEAN community. As I explained in the first video of this series, the Socio-Cultural Community, or ASCC, is the people's pillar. Our work is all about improving people's quality of life. Our journey is one of bringing ASEAN closer to its people. So how are we getting there? The ASCC Blueprint is our map for the road ahead. In November 2007, ASEAN leaders agreed to create the first roadmap, the ASCC Blueprint for 2009-2015. With it, ASEAN made a more substantial commitment to the human dimension of development. The ASCC Blueprint 2020-2025 builds on the previous one, and it is now our guide for the journey ahead. Over the past 2 decades, socioeconomic conditions have improved significantly for people in the region. Take a look at these figures. Life expectancy at birth increased from 63.4 in 2000 to 71.4 in 2019. From 2010 to 2019, more primary-age children were enrolled in schools, an increase from 95 to 98%. More women hold seats in ASEAN parliaments, 20% in 2018 compared to just 1.7% in 2008. Fewer mothers are dying from childbirth. For every 100,000 live births, maternal mortality rates fell from 262.6 in 2009 to 53.6 in 2018. 13 per 100 people were living below country's poverty line in 2018. Decreasing from 25 in 2000. While life has significantly improved in the region, there is more work to be done. With the new roadmap as a guide, ASEAN is helping form policies in the fields of human development, social justice, welfare, environmental sustainability, and ASEAN awareness. Here are just a few examples. To uphold migrant workers' rights, we have the ASEAN Consensus on the protection and promotion of the rights of migrant workers. To promote gender equality and women's rights, we have the ASEAN Declaration on the gender-responsive implementation of the ASEAN Community Vision 2025 and Sustainable Development Goals. To tackle the issue of malnutrition, we have the ASEAN Leaders' Declaration on ending all forms of malnutrition and the ASEAN Strategic Framework and Action Plan for Nutrition 2018 to 2030. We have seen a significant decline in extreme poverty rates among the member states and improved health and education. There is an expanding middle class and a growing regional workforce. Urban populations are on the rise. New services, infrastructure development, and evolving lifestyles in ASEAN cities. But it's not all about jobs and money. Happiness and fulfillment are closely linked to our environment. ASCC's work also focuses on conserving biodiversity and sustainability. We have increased the number of protected areas in the region with 44 ASEAN heritage parks. Our environment sector has taken vital steps to help eradicate marine debris and transboundary haze pollution, 2 issues that impact our people's health and well-being. The ASEAN Declaration on Culture Prevention aspires for a peaceful, inclusive, resilient, healthy, and harmonious society. The culture prevention sets out to deal with the root causes of social problems in the region. Put simply, this approach will help us prevent problems before they could create a negative impact on our lives. A 2018 awareness poll, conducted in the 10 ASEAN member states, gave us some helpful clues about what you think of ASEAN and what you should expect from it. 94% of respondents identified themselves as ASEAN citizens. Most of them agree a shared identity is essential to making the ASEAN community even more robust. 4 out of 5 respondents were optimistic ASEAN would bring shared benefits and prosperity to the region in the years ahead. They want collaboration in developing a regional economy, promoting traditions and values and a shared vision. ASCC invites you to join us in our journey to achieve that vision. Together, let's build a stronger and better ASEAN community.